and welcome back to Nadya's Identity Files. I have with me the very accomplished and estimable Kenyon Glover. You like that?
I love it. I love it.
Welcome.
I don't hear no intro music. I need some intro music.
I know. Like, I should have kept the intro music going, just like in a loop or something, playing in the background.
Right.
Thank you so much for being here
Thank
to
you
talk
for having me. Thank you for
sports and athletics and identity, an area I'm not very well versed in, as you heard in my introduction.
Yeah, I heard. Like, how you not be well versed in that area?
I know.
You got to keep up with some kind of sport.
I got to keep up with something. Like, I will say, like, since I came to LA, like, I've kind of like dipped into some like Dodgers fanhood.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not like really crazy about it. I mean, I enjoy going to games and stuff.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen a Lakers game or a Clippers game. I know.
No Laker or Clip? Oh, my God. And how long you been here?
You don't want to know.
Oh, my God. That's
10 years.
And no Laker or Clipper game ever?
No.
Okay, we got to kick you out of here.
I'm a big nerd.
We got to kick you out of LA.
If you haven't noticed, I'm a big nerd. Like, you know, I like to hide and do my writing thing. I was that kid growing up that was like hiding in the corner during the kickball or dodgeball game. In fact, it was so bad that when there was like an opportunity to walk the track instead of do group sports, I was like, please, can I be that person? And I was the only kid that walked the track for 3 miles a day to avoid the group sport thing. So it's like, it's really interesting to me how so many obviously are very passionate about athletics and becoming athletes and sports teams. I don't completely understand it, but I want to understand it more, so maybe you can illuminate me.
Well, I'm going to help you understand today.
Yes.
As much as I can, hopefully.
As much as you can, hopefully.
I can expand your horizons a little bit.
Horizons, and I will get my booty over to a Lakers game.
Awesome.
ASAP.
Okay.
So you do a lot of things. Obviously, you're an actor, you're a serial entrepreneur, philanthropist, speaker, host, and producer. I'm probably leaving out
about 10 more things I do.
Oh,
but
my God.
We'll cut it off right
there. That's amazing. But before you were in entertainment, you were a professional athlete. Can you tell us a little bit about your path?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I grew up in a small town in Louisiana called Monroe, Louisiana.
Where's your accent?
I had to lose it because I got into acting. I couldn't come in just sounding like a country bumpkin. So I kind of had to lose the accent. I mean, I still have it a little bit, if you can hear it. I'm sure you can hear it a little bit. And I pretty much grew up as an athlete. I got started playing basketball at the age of 5.
Oh, wow.
And my stepdad actually put a basketball in my hand, and I fell in love with it ever since.
Here you go, child.
Right. Just gave me a basketball, and I started bouncing and shooting, and I was hooked ever since then, 5 years old. I was like, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life right here.
Oh, wow.
And I started, as I grew older, I started growing, and I started just loving the game more and more. And before I knew it, it was like I was in junior high school, 7th and 8th grade. And I was being recruited by colleges in the 7th and 8th grade.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
so you were 12 years old or something.
Yeah, I was like 12, 13 years old, and I was a fanatic as far as training. I would train every day, wake up in the morning before I go to school, working on my basketball game. In the middle of the day at school during PE, working on my game. You know, any break I got, I was trained to just work on my basketball game because I was a Michael Jordan fanatic. That's all I watched.
He was your hero.
He was my hero. Yeah, that's all I watched. That's all I studied. I wanted to be like him. And I remember watching a documentary about Michael Jordan and how obsessed he was with working on his game. So that's how I envisioned, being the best. I would have to work at it.
It was your craft. I mean, just like, now you work on your acting craft.
Exactly.
And that's your craft.
Exactly.
So it sounds to me like at a very early age, your identity was completely wrapped up in the game of basketball. Yes. So you kind of felt like you were going to be, you knew you were going to be professional. I
knew it was my path. I knew it was my calling. I knew this was what I was supposed to do. This was what I was supposed to be.
Right.
So, after I left junior high, I came to high school. I immediately was placed on the varsity basketball team in the 9th grade. And all throughout high school, I was a top scorer, top rebounder, top assist. I mean, I led in every aspect of the game.
Oh, wow.
And by the time my senior year came, I got recruited by pretty much every college in the United States, every college in the nation. and I went on to play University of Massachusetts, and it was college was the best experience of my life. I'm not going to go into details
right.
because there's a lot of different things that was happening in college, but I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah,
college life can be, yeah.
Good time. Big sports here on campus. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the college life was just, yeah. So
anyway, I get it. And then you went to UK. You played in England, right?
I played in England
so
first.
How did that happen?
Oh my God! Coming out of college, I entered the NBA draft. I didn't get drafted. I was surprised. It was it was interesting. It was the same year that Kobe Bryant came out, and of course, I was a big fan of Kobe because he came out of high school and I was graduating college. So it was interesting because I was like, I feel like I was better than Kobe.
I was about to say, I feel like there's some parallels in the sense that you said
like
that you were
better than Kobe,
that you were doing all of these different. This is going to sound really nice. Positions.
Right.
And, like he supposedly, he doesn't seem as versatile as you probably were.
He wasn't. I like I said, I thought I was better than Kobe, but I didn't get drafted. But it's cool. I went overseas and played in London, England, and for a year and a half, and I put in a lot of work over there. And before you know it, I got the call. Call from Milwaukee Bucks, and they said, "Hey, we've been watching you. We want you to come over and try out." Came over, tried out, made the team, and that's how I got into the NBA. So I mean, it was just, I knew it was going to happen. I knew I was going to get there. It's just a matter of time.
And you were playing, but then it was just a few months later that you had a serious injury.
Yeah. So it was interesting because it was like I waited all my life for this moment, this opportunity. I got the opportunity. I got to the NBA, and not even a few months after that, I was just struck with a career-ending injury that ended it all, and it was the most devastating thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Right. I mean, you had been going for this dream since you were like...
This was my dream.
Since you were before kindergarten age.
Right. This was my passion, my love, my dream, my everything. I put everything, my heart, my soul into this game, and for it to be taken from me and just like, the drop of a dime, it sent me into a state of depression, suicidal state. I was suicidal. I tried to commit suicide, and I wasn't successful. Of course, I'm here. I was successful.
Thank God.
So, but it was very hard for me for a whole year. I was just I shut out. I shut out everything.
What were you thinking during this time in terms of your identity? Your whole identity kind of hinged upon this. I
lost my identity.
You felt like you lost it.
I lost myself. I lost my identity. I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care about the world. I didn't care about living. I didn't care about anything. I didn't want to be bothered with family, friends.
Right.
Nothing. I lost my identity. I lost myself. I didn't know who I was. I didn't want to know I didn't care who I was. I was just ready to end it all, leave this world, leave this earth.
How old were you when that happened?
I was, I think I was 26.
Yeah. How did you find yourself again out of that,
It took a lot of prayer. It took a lot of just trying to figure out what to do with my life, what to do with myself now. Because, that's all I knew was basketball. That's all you knew.
So you've been thinking about it nonstop in a loop since childhood.
Yeah, so it's like, what the hell am I going to do with myself now?
Right.
I can't play ball. I can't do the thing I love.
But that's where modeling came in.
And before you know it, my basketball agent, he called me. He was like, "Hey, I just got a call from a modeling agency that's interested in you doing some modeling for them." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." Didn't care at the moment. So I was like, "Oh, I'll give it a shot." So I started doing this modeling thing, and before you know it, I was like being successful at it. I was getting like jobs from all over the world doing modeling, and for different companies like Nike and Gatorade and Power and all these different companies. I was like, wow, I was getting paid good money too. So I was like, okay, is this my new calling? So that's when I started finding myself. I started getting my identity back. I started to define, okay, who is Kenyon Glover? Am I back? And
then you found
is this
acting.
what I'm supposed to be doing? And I found acting. You know what? I stumbled into acting by accident.
Right.
You know?
I mean, that's often what happens when you start in a modeling career.
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden some opportunity like pops up. And you're like,
Right.
well, you know, I'm already doing this,
Right,
so why
right.
not give this a whirl?
Yeah. I mean, I
And-
stumbled into acting by accident because I went to audit a acting class with a friend of mine. I was just tagging along because
Right.
he wanted to do acting. I was just like, okay, I go with you, you know, because we was going somewhere else after that. And I was like, I'll just sit in the back and just hang out or whatever. And it just happened that the acting class was empty. Well, not empty,
Yeah.
but it only had a few students to show up
Right.
that day. And I had to kind of fill in. You know, the acting coach was like, do you mind filling in for, you know,
That's
such and
hilarious.
such? I was like, all right, whatever.
It's when things happen like that, I feel like
Yeah.
that is like just the catalyst
destiny,
for
yeah.
something really cool and
Yeah,
huge.
yeah.
Well, I thank you so much. Our time is running low, but we can
Oh.
continue. I know. An hour is not long enough.
Just getting started. Like,
Right?
I'm just getting warmed
We were just
up
like
right
digging
now.
in, but good news is we can dig in more
Okay.
with our roundtable conversation.
Okay,
We can have
cool,
like
cool.
a back and forth with you and Damaris.
Okay.
So I appreciate you so much.
I feel like I'm just starting to shoot layups. I'm trying to
hello?
venture out to shooting a jump shot.
Why
right
did you
now.
should have brought a basketball?
Yeah.
I almost. Oh my God, there he is. You just missed him. The pigeon man just walked
Did
by.
I? The pigeon
yes,
man?
you just missed
oh,
him.
I gotta go catch the pigeon man. Okay.
We'll be right back.